she did them, and I was aware she did them, and I just didn't know how to stop her from doing perks, and I kept warning her about fentanyl because I have a lot of friends that lost their kids. So I'm part of that club now. And I used to beg her, and tell her, please stop taking them. You don't know what's in them. In my daughter's case, is she didn't OD. For people that don't know the story, she was murdered by fentanyl. This is a picture of my daughter for the people that never seen her.
And I can't say it enough times. Do not accept anything from anyone you don't know. And even if you do know them, don't accept it unless you know what it is and where it's come from. And
I would say at my worst, I was probably taking between 30, 35, sometimes maybe 40 a day.
If anything, the way I look at it is like Sopranos saved me. When I would think like, man, what are you doing to yourself? It would be a lot easier for me to go like, stop doing this. Look at what your life could be, instead of what a lot of my friends were dealing with. And, I think it's 5 of my friends who I brought to the premieres of The Sopranos are dead now.
I had my own battle with addiction as well. The Vicodin and Percocet, that was the thing. Never, I didn't do heroin, or it wasn't coke or anything else. It was Vicodin and Percocet.
By 2005, I was a full-blown heroin addict and a crack cocaine addict.
And even people with the worst kind of mental illness have a chance if they have the capacity to be honest with themselves. The reality is we've been lying to ourselves with every drink we put in our mouth, or every puff we take, or every pill that we pop, or whatever we're doing. And then we wonder why people get pissed off at us, but we don't see that it's what we're doing. It's not my mother, my father, my brother, my uncle, my sister. No, it's me too.
The consequences are too severe for me. The damage I've done to my health, it's a fucking miracle. Nothing short of a miracle that I am still alive. So, if I can do it, any of you can do it.
When people suffer from alcoholism or drug addiction, there must come a moment when your life totally crashes. For me, that moment came when the pain was too great and the consequences were too profound. Only then did I decide to change. Recovery and sobriety is all about change, and for me, it started when I woke up in a grimy hotel room in a shitty little town in Pennsylvania. And so, if you want a new life and start a new journey of a lifetime, you've come to the right place. You want to drink? That's your business. You want to stop drinking? That's our business. Welcome to Recovery Tube.
Hey guys, what's going on? We just had a very good show, a hilarious show, and I had to take like a quick 10-minute break before I started this, but I'm looking forward to this one, and I think this will be good as well. There's only 13 people so far. It'll build. It is what it is. But this is where we get a little more serious. The comedy was on the last show. Now we get a little more serious here. When I was playing that intro, I was thinking to myself, and a lot of this is due to blackouts and shit like that. But I was thinking to myself that all these years, all the years I spent struggling with this shit, with cocaine addiction, alcohol addiction, both together at the same time, I have a million fucking stories, and I guess I never think that much, about them to really tell more of them on here than I already have, but I think a lot of that is because I don't remember as many as I should, which is why I said, it's probably due to blackouts and stuff. Like I can't tell you a whole lot about the years that I was fucking really, really badly hooked. as far as, details and stuff. I could tell you about incidents and shit. I'm sure there's some stories I remember every detail of, but I guess I just got to sit down one day and really think about it, and I'll have more stories for this show. It's definitely a priority. I'm gonna start doing that. Miss Can't Be Wrong, Stuart, glad to see you here. Very glad. Frank Gerard Fratello Productions, FGF Productions. I like it. Miss Can't Be Wrong, this is better. I changed my channel to FDF Productions. Easier to chat, LOL, and people to say FGF. I agree. Good choice. Sally, how are you? That's also a good idea, FGF. I won't put that one up, but that's a good idea. Does it get on your nerves seeing me constantly cleaning this desk? I can't help it. That's who I am. Rest in peace, Chelsea A-Light. Yeah, really. Such a sad tragedy. Another one. Sven Larson, good to see you. Stuart, yes, FBS, absolute credit to you for these shows. I've emailed you, man. Oh, okay, good to know. Thank you. I've had a bad past few weeks, and I'm saying this if it helps anyone else. Okay, good. You're going to tell us your story. I was hoping. Brooklyn, Chow, good to see you. Let's see here. Stuart, I've legitimately tried to kill myself a few days ago. And if anyone else is struggling, stop and think, because there's always a way out. Always. Yes. I'm being careful with what I say because of the way you worded that. There's always a way out of addiction and stuff like that. Pretty much anything in life that's bad, there's a solution for it. I'm being careful with the words a way out, because you said you tried to kill yourself. But I know what you're saying, and you're correct. There is. And I'm sorry to hear that, Stuart. And I hope, quite obviously you changed your mind. I hope it stays that way. You can't do anything like that. You're not going to be helping anyone, bro. And trust me when I tell you, like I've said many times, things always get better. So that's never the answer. There you go. National Addiction Hotline, Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Let me change this to there. We'll stick. That looks pink. That's orange. Red. There we go. Stuart, you're in the right place. He is. Hello, Jesse. If I didn't already say that. Ronan 456, recovery is a lifelong process. It is. It definitely is. There's no doubt about it. I had one of those nights again. The other night, I went into, where the fuck was I? I was in one of these convenience stores or something. And I was looking for some shit. I was looking for, I don't know, some beverage. Soda or something. And they have it divided up. They have like all the iced tea and shit on one side, and then on the right side, then on the left side, they have all the sodas and stuff. And smack dab in the middle, they have all the beer and wine coolers and shit. So you kind of can't help but run into them, and I saw some of these wine coolers, and I'm not a wine cooler guy, you know what I mean? But all different flavors and shit. They looked so fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Like really, really good. And I froze up for a little, like I do when stuff like that happens, because my brain is always going to go to that place. Like I could just buy like a 6-pack of one of these right now and just guzzle it. You know what I mean? And boy, would I love to. But I can't. So I got my soda or whatever it was and I left. But you'll always have those moments in life. I that's one thing I know for sure now, is that that's not something that's going to go away. That's always going to be there. But luckily, I'm in a situation where I'm able to see that type of stuff and freeze up every now and then just go about my life, without relapse. It's not easy for everybody, though. Alcohol is extremely dangerous. There's a very high risk for relapse because of reasons just like that. It's every fucking where. You know what I mean? Like in your normal everyday life, you're not going to stumble upon some cocaine or some heroin. If you're not doing anything in the streets and you're just going to work every day and supporting a family or something. But alcohol, it's going to be everywhere. Every fucking where you go, no matter what. No matter how much you try to avoid it, it'll be right there. So that's one of those things that you constantly have to resist the temptation. You constantly have to, Let me read some more comments because I really want to get to more Stuart's story. My struggle is similar to FBS, cocaine, and alcohol. Since coming out of jail, I've hit it hard. That's all right, though, Stuart. That's all right. You can turn that around. It happens. It's part of recovery. Relapse is a part of it. Most people relapse. That's not to say, it's okay for you to do just because most people do. Nobody should ever deliberately relapse or want to. But it happens, it happens. That's what addiction is. It controls your mind. Even when you don't want to do it, you do it. I mean, for years, I used to fucking hate what I was doing. I hate it. I started to even hate Coke and alcohol, but I had to do it. Every time I would wake up and feel like absolute fucking death and think about what may have happened the night before, because I don't remember anything, I would start to hate it more and more, but it just wasn't my choice. That Coke was there. I was doing it. That alcohol was there. I was drinking it. That's it. So you can't beat yourself up about that, bro. Stuart, let me just tell you, don't do that. The amount of pain you will inflict on the people that love you. My high school sweetheart did that 34 years ago. I still feel guilt and pain and miss him. I'm sure, Miss Campione. I have a couple of stories like that myself, I had one situation where a friend asked me and our other friends to come over and hang out with him one night. He had just been through a bad breakup. He was depressed, and we didn't go, and he killed himself, It's not, I know it seems like the easy way out for the person, but taking the easy way out is always cowardly, and you're going to be hurting the people around you, which is also cowardly. It's not something any man should want to do, cause his pain or his girlfriend or wife or siblings, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, anything, pain, Yeah, you won't be here anymore, but they will, and they'll have to live with the guilt and the pain every day, and they'll have to miss you, and spend their lives wishing that they had done something different so you'd still be here with them, So, no good. There are a lot of fuzzy years in there for me. I'm sure. Stuart, please don't ever consider that again. Think of all the people that love you. Yeah, of course. I mean, you don't want to. I meant the way out of suicide. Oh, okay. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, just keep in mind, like I said, all those people. Keep in mind the fact that there's people like me who can turn their entire lives around by accident, almost. That something can just happen that sorry about that, guys. It's driving me crazy. That could change everything for you, and then all of a sudden, you're grateful to be alive. You just can't give up. You can't give up. You never know what's going to happen. Just like a horrible tragedy could take place tomorrow, something amazing could also take place tomorrow, and next thing you know, you got a whole new life. I've been there, Stuart. I feel your pain. I'm only feeling better since March of this year. Brother, stay strong. Yeah, he has. Oh, no doubt, Stuart. We're here for you, bro. We're here for you. And if you ever want to come on here and talk about it, anytime, I'll drop the link for you and we could discuss your story. Shit hit hard. Spent 16 months in jail. My dog of 8 years died. My grandfather died. My girlfriend left me. Just went down the old paths bad. Wow, Jesus Christ, Stuart. That's a series of tragedies. I'm sorry to hear that you went through that. I didn't know that. I assumed you were still with your girlfriend, and I didn't know about your dog or your grandfather. That's horrible. I know you're feeling pain, bro. There's no doubt you have to be, but you got to remember again, you can't take that way out, because listen, then what? Now your family has to deal with the death of a dog, a grandfather, and you, if you do something like that, you can't put that on them. It's not right, for anybody. It is selfish. It really is. I have the goat of all dads. My father is a man's man, and to do that to him would be horrendous. There you go. So you're already in the right state of mind. Yeah. And bro, Stuart, I'm telling you, take my word for it. It's not just this part of my life. Like when I say that things could change in an instant, it's not just like Clarity Way and meeting Shanna and my life being what it is now. Many times throughout my life, almost always, when I was to that point, where you were, where I was contemplating that shit constantly, something good happened and turned everything around. Now, did I go and fuck it up eventually? Most of the time, yeah. But again, that was my choice to fuck it up. I could have made the choice of, taking this gift I was given and making the most of it, but many times I didn't do that. This time I did it. So you can't let yourself get to that point anyway, because you never know what could happen tomorrow. I tell friends that are depressed this all the time. A lot of people, men, they're depressed because they're alone. They don't have a woman. They don't have a wife, a girlfriend, whatever. It's like, yeah, but you could have one soon. You don't know. You think you won't. Everything is gloom and doom right now, but you have no idea how quickly things could turn around. You could meet somebody, and boom, you got a whole new life. You have a whole new family. Like with Shanna. I don't have much family left, but I have a whole new family with Shanna. Her family really is nice to me and treats me well, and I think respects me and is grateful for me because of how not only has Shanna been able to turn my life around, but I've been able to turn hers around, and we're both doing so much better than we were. So that's a blessing, That's why I don't miss your family get-togethers, with her family or anything. It's like I feel like it's a gift, that I have these new people in my life. So you can never let yourself get down too bad, bro. Anything can happen. Your story, FBS, is really amazing. You fucking really turned it around, man. Met the woman of your dreams as well. Yeah, Stuart, I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. And the same thing can happen to you, tomorrow. You never know. You walk through life and you meet people and things change, And that's, if no other reason, that alone is enough of a reason never to take that last step, because you don't know what you might have just lost. You don't know what you might not get to experience, And of course, like I said, you never want to hurt anyone around you. Yeah, it is war. It is. A lot of trauma at once. That's brutal. I hit it hard when my grandfather passed. I believe it. I mean, it's listen, I'm in a situation you guys know, I spend every day scared to death because of my mom's situation, If I don't hear her around the house, I'll ask Shannon, did you hear my mom this morning? I'm terrified to knock on her door, I'm terrified I won't get an answer. And I know that's coming. It's just coming. I just don't know what I'm going to do when it happens. But I know that I can't relapse. I know that. That would be like, I don't know. It would be it wouldn't be what she wanted. Get yourself clean and healthy, and your soulmate will come along. No doubt. Just out of curiosity, is it something with your girlfriend that maybe could be fixed? And here's another question. Did you relapse because your girlfriend left you, or did your girlfriend leave you because you relapsed? The way you made it sound, it might have been just because you were in jail for so long. But I'm just curious. It would tarnish her memory. That's the words I was trying to look for. I was going to say disgrace her memory. It didn't sound right. Yes. Or, yeah, absolutely. It would. It would. You know, she's proud of me now. I wouldn't do that to her, you know? I wouldn't. My girlfriend is a brilliant person. She's still my best friend, man. That's awesome, bro. That's great. It's great you can have that. So even her, you know, you wouldn't want to hurt her. Live your sobriety one day at a time. Before you know it, almost 10 years go by. I haven't made it to that point yet, but yeah, I know I could say that about 5 years. It is shocking, you know, when one of these sober dates hits and you say, wow, it's been that long, huh? I can't even believe it's been 5 years for me. I can't even fucking believe it. It seems like just yesterday. You know, but it goes to show, you know, that you could do it and things will progress the entire time you stay clean and sober. You know, throughout your recovery, you will most likely progress and do better and better all the time, you know. So it just makes me sad, you know, anytime I hear somebody contemplating that, because you know, like I know a little bit about you, bro, and I from what I know, you're a good guy. You're a very good guy. You've always been very good to me, I'll say, at least. So you know, it just it breaks my heart because I've lost so many friends to suicide. I mean, so many that, you know, I hate the thought of anybody doing that. I hate it. I do. I've gotten, you know, I'm still mad at people. Let's just say that who took that way out. You know, it's selfish. It is. And I think about my mom and my daughter and my brother and stuff like, oh my God, you know, if I would have succeeded in that hotel and died in there, you know, the way things would be now, you know, it would be a nightmare for them. And, you know, the funny thing is about my family dynamic is I've always been the person that kind of holds it all together, you know, so, without me, who knows? Who knows who would be talking to each other, who wouldn't be, who would be mad at each other, who would be fighting, who would be, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. So I'm glad I didn't succeed. My trouble started at 17 FBS. I was jailed for manslaughter, given a life sentence, and now I can be recalled to prison forever. It's mental torture. I committed a crime, but I do as much as go through a red light. I can get recalled. Holy shit. That's a lot of pressure, man. But that should give you even more fucking motivation. You know what I learned about crime that's amazing? It took me about 40 years to realize this. If you don't commit any crime, you most likely won't get in trouble. You know what I mean? Like I got cops all over the fucking place, this whole county, that hate my fucking guts, that would love to catch me doing something, but I don't do anything. You know, I don't break the law at all. And guess what? A huge reason for that is because of the way I live now. If I was fucking using, when I was using, I was breaking the law constantly, not just because I was a drug dealer, but because I was doing crazy shit. I would get drunk and go torch a car. You know what I mean? I fucking did crazy shit. I was shooting at people while I was fucked up. And the next day, people had to tell me the story. I told you, me and Shannon were at Cam's house the other night, and he brought up some shit I did like over 20 years ago that I didn't even remember. I'm talking about a shooting. You know, not anybody's hit or anything, just shooting at somebody. Like, God, that's crazy. Because you know, I was already a violent person. Then you add that shit to it. If I was still using now, I'd be under arrest all the fucking time. I'd be facing some sort of charge. But I don't do anything wrong, you know. So in the position you're in, bro, don't use, don't drink, don't do anything, because it's only a matter of time until you get arrested for something. You're not talking about getting a 6-month hit or something. You're talking about your life, bro. Let me see. I started watching your show when you were at 3 and I was at 8. Time flies. Wow. Yeah, man. I never knew that. That's crazy. Yeah. It does fly, man. You know, people think when they get clean and sober, every day is just going to, you know, drag on and on and on. It's not like that, you know, but it's just like anything else, you know. Your new life replaces your old life, you know, and everything in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's stuff I do now that I enjoy much more than I ever enjoyed drinking or getting high. You know, because in all honesty, I never really enjoyed it that much. It was just, I got addicted, you know, and I mean, in the beginning, you enjoy everything, but after you're addicted to something, it's not really fun anymore. It's something you have to do. It's like a job, you know. The things I do throughout my day, I wake up. When I say on the show, guys, I wake up excited. I mean it. I have things I love to do throughout the day. Love to do. And I look forward to them before I even go to sleep at night. For instance, I'm into the politics thing. I have a few different guys I listen to. These motherfuckers report 24 hours a day on shit. Okay? I'll wake up in the morning. I know there's going to be 50 new fucking videos to watch throughout the day about Trump and Vance and their nonsense and, you know, all types of shit. I love that's all I listen to throughout the day. That's it. That's all. I love it, though. You know, I love just getting in my car and going wherever the fuck I want. Maybe I want to buy something. Maybe I just want to look around. You know, I love doing that. I love just laying on the couch sometimes. You know what I mean? Just zoning the fuck out. I love, you know, I don't eat that much. I even get excited about eating because I don't eat much. You know what I mean? Every meal is like, oh, you know, it's the greatest thing ever. I just enjoy life. And then when Shanna's off, I know we're going to have fun together. Anytime she has, you know, like on the weekends and stuff, you know, and she don't have to go to work the next day either. It's like, you know, there's always something fun we have planned or something we just come up with, you know, at some point during the day, and we wind up doing. My stepson, you know, I enjoy being with him. I enjoy hanging out with him. We do shit together. My daughter, you know, you know, even my mom, just sitting down and having conversations with her. I just enjoy the little things in life now so fucking much. I enjoy the shit out of it. You know, I just I like getting in my car and just putting on fucking music and just listening to music. I like you know, I have certain hobbies, things I collect and shit. I enjoy that. Last night, you know what I did late last night? I went up in my room, in my bedroom. I haven't had I bought a bunch of pairs of sneakers in like the last 6 months, maybe like 12 pairs of sneakers, right? But I never wrapped them, and they're just sitting around in boxes. It's no good. I smoke and shit. You know what I mean? So even just sitting down with the bags and the shrink wrap machine and wrapping my sneakers, putting them back in the boxes, I fucking love it. I get so much enjoyment out of these things. You know, that it's like I'm not even bored enough at any given time throughout the day where using crosses my mind. It just doesn't. I have a whole, you know, I won't say a routine because I don't do everything, you know, exactly in order or on an exact timeline, but you know, I have things I do throughout the day which give me a lot of you know, a lot of pleasure. So that's my thing, you know. You know, you replace old stuff with new stuff. You know, that's all. I so much as go through I read that one. I'm sorry, buddy. A life sentence. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Here, parole probation is tight, but they don't send you back for that kind of stuff. No, he's probably exaggerating a little bit too with the red light thing. I don't know. He might not be, but no, it could be fucked up here. It just depends. Like I knew a fucking a guy that was on state parole, and one of his conditions is he cannot drink alcohol, cannot consume alcohol. And PO came over and found beer cans in the recycling bin. He checked the recycling bin before he even rang the fucking doorbell. And as soon as my friend answered the door, he was under arrest, and they violated him. You know what I mean? Now, his story is that it wasn't even his beer cans. It was the fucking neighbor, next door. Who knows? But still, I mean, just think about that. A man that's of age has a couple of beers and they lock him the fuck up. It can be tight, but not like that. And in order for them to max you out on something, it's got to be unless you just have an insanely long criminal record that's made up mostly of violent shit. They won't max you out for just anything little, I got a life sentence with a minimum of 6 years. Bad, let my whole family down. My Cody got life, murder. Wow, Jesus Christ, bro. That's crazy, man. Well, you got to stay on the straight and narrow, bro. You have to stay on the straight and narrow. You got no fucking choice, my friend. So if you cherish your freedom, you better commit to sobriety, because if I was in your fucking shoes, Jesus, I don't even know if I'd leave home. I might figure out a way to work from home. I'm not even going nowhere where I might accidentally catch a fucking charge. I'm not trying to make a joke out of it, but you know what I mean. Stay clean, stay sober. That's a huge part of being reformed. Yeah. Well, Stuart, you were able to come on here. Your past is judgment free. You're making a change. Absolutely. Yep. And you made the right choice a few days ago when you, considered ending things. Have to change people, places, and things. Yes, sir. Yep. I intend on kicking alcohol and coke. I have to. You do, bro. You have to, and you got to do it ASAP. You got to do it as soon as possible, Stuart. Is there anywhere you could get into soon? I'm going to push you a little bit because you can't afford to have another day using, bro. You're lucky you still have your freedom. And God forbid you use and you get that idea in your head again and you go through with it next time. We can't have this. I was just talking on the last show about Shanna the other night, She helped that guy that almost jumped off the fucking bridge. And I thought about him and I said, Jesus, who knows what's going on in his life that brought him to this point. But the way he was laying on that ground, just hopeless. I think he was fully capable of getting up. He just couldn't. You know what I mean? He just couldn't anymore. Physically capable, but mentally he couldn't do it. It's just, he had it. He wanted to die. And I think about, who knows what went on in that guy's life? Who knows what's going on in his life to get him to that point? But I guarantee you, he's got people who love him. He's probably talented at a few things. He's probably a smart guy. He probably has a good head on his shoulders, and who knows what he could fucking be in life. And he came this close to jumping off the bridge and hitting that fucking water and ending his life. And his friend dragged him down. And I guarantee you that friend will be that guy's hero for the rest of his life. The friend that pulled him down. Because no matter how bad things get, most of the time, things can be made better in some way, shape, or form. There's some people that I won't get into specifics, but, I can imagine people being, I don't know, if you're a quadriplegic or if you're, You might wish for death. You know what I'm saying? But most things in life can be turned around. You can fix the shit. My mom always told me my whole life, there's no mess too big that it can't be cleaned up. You know, and so far those words have proven to be true. You know, so that's what I keep in my mind a lot. You know, I know certain tragedies are coming my way. I know that. I know it for a fact. I have three, well, I consider Cam my family, but okay, not blood. I have two blood relatives with lung cancer right now. I got my friend Cam with cancer, and my mom, who's you know, last night, or I mean this morning, and I swear to God, I got a message, and I didn't even talk to my mom about this yet. I got a message from WellSpan. Her cardiologist referred her to palliative care, which is like hospice. This is the first thing I heard when I woke up. So now I know they've been trying to get her to do that, but this one came out of nowhere. They never called me before. They want me to call the office because I go to her appointments with her and stuff, and I think they want me to make the decision for her. I don't even know what's going to happen today. I don't know what I'm going to be told. I don't know why they called me with this. I don't know if there's something new they found out. I don't know. But although I will never be prepared for when that time comes, I know it's coming, and there's nothing I could do to stop it. And I know that my only option is to keep going, no matter how impossible it may seem to be, you know, no matter how impossible it may seem. I have to keep going. I have to. There's other people. You know, if it was just me and my mom, whatever. But it's not. So you just have to have that mindset, you know? I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people lose parents and you know, and children and all types of other stuff and then go on. I don't know how. But people do. You know, everybody loses their parents, you know? It's like I can't imagine how I'm going to go on, but I've seen other people go on, so I figure I will. I just don't know how yet, you know? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know that suicide isn't an option and relapse isn't an option. No matter how hard things are. Same here, man. Every time I did benzos, I would be told these crazy stories, and I'd be like, what the fuck? Who did that? Damn. Ends up it was me. Yeah, bro. I get in fights, everything. I pushed the cop one fucking night. Luckily, he didn't charge me. I was in the middle of a fucking fight, pushed the fucking cop. Like, I did a lot of crazy shit, man. I was under investigation for a lot of fucking nutty stuff, and most of that stuff I did under the influence, you know, because you're not, you have no inhibitions, and you're not thinking logically. You're not considering consequences, and it's not even in your mind. You know, you just do what you want to do. Everything's a good idea when you're fucked up, you know. Well, my brother got clean. He moved, changed jobs, got rid of friends he had known forever. Sometimes that's what you got to do. You just have to. No one says getting clean will be easy. Life isn't easy. You have to celebrate the small shit. That's right. Be remembered for your recovery, not your addiction. Yeah, I love that expression. I don't know why these glasses don't want to seem to fit me today. I never have a problem with them. They seem to keep sliding down. I don't know why. Drive me fucking nuts. The small shit when you think about it are the best things, best memories. Yeah, a lot of the time they are. I have a confession to make, FBS. You feed the political addiction I gave up 4 years ago. Well, I'll be feeding it again later today because we got some stuff to talk about. You know, that life sentence that judge gave fucked me up all my life. I'm sure it has. I'm basically clean. Have got to break the habit of celebrating my birthday by having a tickle and convincing myself I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it would be good, man. It would be good. Because, you know, although it might seem okay because you appear to be able to do it and then stop and not continue, you're doing it every fucking day. It could be at any given point that won't work. You know, something could happen that'll be like, okay, now you just went a little too far tonight or the next day, and now you're 100% fully hooked again, and who knows what it's going to take to get you clean. Yeah, Tom Sheehy, I agree. I get excited when I order food and the doorbell rings, little things like that. Yes, stuff like that. Yeah. The other night we ordered a bunch of fucking food. You know what I mean? And I look forward to it. It's like, I know we're going to do that tonight. You know, like we're going to order good food. We're going to fucking find a good movie or two. And we're just going to lay together on the couch in the dark and watch fucking movies after we stuff ourselves. You know, I love shit like that. I love it. Then we're going to go to bed together and we'll wake up together the next day. You know, it's a beautiful fucking thing. It really is. I really, truly wish everybody had somebody, you know, but if you don't now, you will most likely, you know. But yeah, Frank, just those little things, man. I look for, if I'm getting a package, if I ordered sneakers, oh my God, and my sneakers are on the way, I look forward to it until they get here. Even if I held them in my hands 50 times in stores, I know exactly what they look like and shit. I don't care. They're mine. I'm excited to get my pair. You know what I mean? No matter what it is, these things excite me. They make me happy now. You know what I mean? They make me happy. I enjoy it. I love doing things for people, taking people places they've never been before. You know, I love buying people stuff and seeing the look on their faces when they get the gifts. You know, I love shit like that. It makes me fucking happy. I even like, you know what I'm going to do today, probably at some point, if I have time. I'm going to break out the FZ 150 and a bunch of the sneakers I've been wearing, and I'm just going to sit here and clean the fuck out of all the sneakers and the laces and everything else while I watch some political shit on TV. Even that to me is fun. It's exciting. I enjoy the shit out of it. You know, I'll pick a little project. Maybe I'll decide one day, okay, like a couple weeks ago, I'm going to reorganize this whole room. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of shit. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It makes me, when I renovated this room last November, when I fucking repainted it and, you know, reorganized. I know it doesn't look like I reorganized much. I did. And I got a bunch of new, containers to put stuff in. And, I had a plan for the whole fucking room, you know, just to make it better organized and cleaned up and looking better. And I enjoyed it. It took me like 3-4 days to do everything. And oh my God, it was so much fucking fun. It was so relaxing. I just love it. I love it. These are things you don't, you could give a fuck about when you're using. When you're using, there's only one thing that matters, your drug of choice. Or it could be several drugs of choice, whatever. That's it. You're getting high. That's all that matters. But when you're clean and sober, man, you take pleasure in little things. I told you I collect certain things. I love to go to flea markets. I love, because you can only get a lot of these things at flea markets. I love doing that shit. I like going to Cam's crib and hanging out with those guys, reminiscing about the last 27 fucking years or whatever. And, I just like, I don't know. I like introducing Shanna to my old friends so she gets to know me even better than she already does. She hears stories about me, she sees the way people treat me with respect and stuff, shit like that. It means a lot. Taking my mom over there, we go to Cam's house a lot. Anytime I take my mom to a doctor's appointment, on the way back, we'll stop there. And, even seeing how they interact with each other, because these are people that, to some extent, my mom raised them. They're all her kids. It all makes me happy. It all makes me happy. And it makes me even more grateful that I'm experiencing it. You know, like I think about all the time, what if my heart, you know, starts to fail? What if I start to go downhill? There's nothing I can do about it, you know, but I know this. The last 5 years have been so fucking fantastic. I've gotten to do so many things, meet so many people, experience so many new things that I would, although I'd be sad that I'm dying, it would bring me comfort knowing that I'm dying the way I am now. And I've gotten to see and do all the things I've gotten to do in the last 5 years, you know, rather than the way I was, you know, and I die in some dingy fucking hotel room where I'm staying because I basically destroyed my whole fucking life with cocaine and alcohol, you know. That's the way I look at things, man. So it's never too late, bro. It's never too late. The good thing you could do, Stuart, is start making life good, stuff that brings you down, clip it from life piece by piece, and do things that bring you joy. Yeah, no doubt, bro. Somebody was telling me last night, speaking of what I was just saying, like somebody left in a comment section a story about a friend of theirs who woke up one day yellow. He's a severe alcoholic, woke up one day yellow. And I forget every detail of it, but obviously he had, I think, cirrhosis of the liver. He was in like the final stage of it, just like that. And he was some other stuff happened. I don't remember, but he wound up being on the donors list. And he almost died over a couple of weeks period in the hospital. He was dying. And he got his new liver and the shit took, and he got healthy again. And now he's 5 years clean and sober. So even then, even when you're sure you're at death's door, like I was when they told me I had 10% heart function, I ain't accepting that shit. You ain't telling me I'm going to die. I'll tell you when I die. You ain't fucking telling me. That's my attitude. You know what I mean? For real. And they were going to let me lay in that fucking hospital bed and die. And I said, no. Distract yourself. Get up and start moving. Distract yourself. Don't even think about. Don't even let death enter your mind. That's when that nurse. Why when that nurse said to me, "You'll be gone by midnight," I flipped out and I told the doctor, I never want to see that bitch in this fucking room again." Who is it? Who is she to say something like that? I'm not going to fucking accept that. You're not going to tell me that. You don't tell anybody that. Once you tell them that, if they accept it, they're going to die. You know. So I got my ass moving. Cam, look at Cam. You see him on camera. He looks like he's fine, right? He is not fine. He is not fine. You can ask Miss Campione. He is not fine. But you know why he's still up and moving like that? He fucking refuses not to. And he's getting chemo and things are looking good. Even when that seemed impossible. And I truly believe it. You know why? He's distracted. He keeps himself busy. He's always doing something. He's happy. He's in a good mood. He's having fun. He's enjoying time with his family and his friends. And he's not sitting around thinking about death. He won't even let it enter his mind. And that's the way you got to be. Tough. Always tough. Tough as nails. Fuck that. This shit ain't killing me. It's the way you got to be. As soon as you lay down and accept it's all over, it's all over. You know, I guarantee you. So, you could just never give up, man. You could never give up. FBS, don't tell me his name. I'll call probation. What? Whose name? Who are we talking about? I forget. Let me think. I don't know. We talking about the guy with the beer cans? Who are we talking about? I'm 35, Miss Campione. Yes, that was one of my best friends who died in West Virginia. Wait a minute. What? Yeah, Paul, but not at all is even better than once a year. But listen, I'm not going to knock you for what you're doing. You know, if that's how you do it, that's how you do it. I don't know. Anyway, let me see. What is that? I'm not familiar with that, Beck. What is that? Sounds like something I'd like to read about. What is that? Paul Atkinson, FPS got to be careful helping people on the street. They could turn on you badly. But who said I help people on the street? I don't know what you mean. You know me, Paul. I go through my life expecting everybody to turn on me, so I'm always careful. Always. Paul, it happens in rehabs. I've befriended people to help, or I've friended people to help, and they steal from you. Horrible shit. Try to be helpful, and they take advantage of you. It's true. Not just the street. Oh yeah, of course. But I don't. I always got my eyes open. I think I got lost a little bit in here. Yeah. I like the gold more, but I just wear these sometimes because I don't know. I like it. There's some gangster ass glasses, you know. But I don't wear these out. I've never worn these out anywhere. Now I have these the same, you know, the whole story with the sunglasses. I have these in sunglasses. I wear them constantly. It's odd to be in a store with your sunglasses on your head and you can't see shit unless you put your sunglasses down. I never had prescription sunglasses before. It's interesting. I would take so much Xanax. I woke up and don't remember. Or the kitchen was a mess, food all over the table, crazy shit. Oh man, me and my girlfriend once, we fucking came home from a bar and we had gotten in a fight. So she left. You know, usually she would stay there. She left. And I don't know what happened. All I know is I woke up and there was a fucking hole in the wall and my everything was thrown. My fucking clothes, my jewelry, shit was broken in the apartment. I just went berserk. And I don't even remember what happened. And when I asked her, she said, I ain't even gonna fucking talk to you about it. So things like that you got to live with. I still don't know of shit I did that other people know about. That's fucked up. There's people in my life who are mad at me and I don't know why. I swear to God, mad at me to this day, and I don't know why. I've asked. Just people don't want to talk about it or relive it. I don't know what it is, but they won't tell me, you know, some of them, what I did. So I got to live with that for the rest of my fucking life, knowing that I damaged a friendship or a relationship, and I don't even know what I did, but you know. And you want to shake them and be like, well, fucking tell me. Maybe I could fix it, but they don't even want to talk about it with you. You know? FBS, you lost weight in your face and your glasses are loose. Maybe that's why. Just in the last few days, I don't know. They've been pretty good. What the fuck is happening with these? I don't know. Yeah. I feel terrible for you, Miss Campione. I can't even imagine. Let me see. Jesus Christ, Stuart. What are you up to? You better calm the fuck down, buddy. You can't keep killing people and shit. No, I'm just joking. I don't even know what you did, but what the fuck are you doing? You got another one? Wow, bro, you gotta stay on the straight and narrow. Seriously, you gotta get clean and sober and stay that way, or you're gonna wind up being locked up for the rest of your fucking life. Oh, I saw the question you were asking him. Yeah, Tom. Tom, I was over exaggerating. I'm on a life sentence till I die, mate. I can email FBS with my whole case on BBC News if you like, pal. No, I'm sure Tom believes you. If you ever want to come on and tell your story, though, Stuart, you're more than welcome. Al. Yeah, he's Al Anastasia. You didn't know that, Tom? Well, you probably I don't think he would have seen. Like he told me that in the comment section and stuff. I ordered an Undertaker figure toy for my live shows on Amazon. I can't wait till I get it. LOL, I'm like a little kid at times. Man, you know what I was doing yesterday? Let me just tell you. You know what I was doing yesterday? Guys, I was a great skateboarder. I mean, fuck, for my age, I was fucking terrific. Terrific. But you know one thing I never got to do? I never got to ride a half pipe ever. And I'll tell you why. Back then, you're talking about, I started when I was a little kid. So late 80s, early 90s, there wasn't just half pipes around. It's not like now. There's skate parks every fucking where, no matter what city or state you live in. That shit wasn't available like that. If you lived on the West Coast or something, yeah, they're everywhere, but not on the East Coast so much, not New York, not Pennsylvania. And I never got to ride a half pipe, but I did compete in a couple of contests, and I met a lot of people. I met Mike McGill, Steve Caballero, Rodney Mullen. I met Rodney Mullen several times. I have pictures with him. He's my hero. I met, I didn't meet Tony Hawk. I met Chris Miller. I met Bucky Lasik. I met Lance Mountain. You know what I mean? I have pictures with these guys and autographs. I have a Vision Streetwear shirt that is filled with their autographs. I used to have my Rodney Mullen autograph sitting right up there. It was on a yellow, like, Post-it note. I still have it. I think it's over here somewhere. And that's just one of them. But I loved skateboarding, man. I was good at it. Once we were here and shit, it was like you couldn't skateboard. These motherfuckers. We were living in this suburban fucking town. You know what I mean? And you couldn't, they just weren't having it. It's not like, when you're in a big city, they just, if you're skateboarding at the school, you can't skateboard at the school. If you skateboard at the church, you can't skateboard at the church. They don't want you skateboard. That's why I became a fucking criminal. I'm like, okay, I can't do this harmless thing. What do you want? You want to treat me like I'm robbing houses and cars and shit? Okay, I'm going to start robbing houses and cars. Fuck it. Create a monster. Go right ahead. But I wish I would have never quit. If I never quit skateboarding, I'd be a fucking multimillionaire now. I would have been on the fucking video game pro skater. You know what I mean? Like, I truly believe that. I was that fucking good. I was better than kids that were 5-6 years older than me and were doing it a lot longer than me. I told you, I think I was 13. I took, it was either second or third place in a 15 to 18-year-old category. I was nice, right? And I always think about skateboarding. And as we get older, we got to accept certain things. There's certain shit we can't do anymore. Well, let me tell you, yesterday, I just get these random thoughts in my head. And like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I don't know, I bought a skateboard just because it was a board that I couldn't get back in the day. When I was a kid, I told you I couldn't get a lot if I didn't figure out a way to get it for myself. And the more expensive boards I couldn't get because my parents, they weren't buying them. Whether they had the money or not, they weren't buying them for me. It wasn't my mom. It was my dad. He wasn't having it. He shit on every dream I ever had. If I wanted to be a skateboarder, I was wrong. If I wanted to be a DJ, I was wrong. No matter what, he was the dream crusher. So there was a lot of shit I couldn't get as a kid. And a couple of years ago, whatever it was, a year ago, I don't know, I started looking up skateboards and shit, like the old retro decks and all that. And I bought one. I bought a complete skateboard. And I rode it once just to show my my stepson, like an ollie and a kickflip and stuff like that. And it's been in the closet here. And last night I was looking up skate parks and I was like, what? There's skate parks everywhere around here, which I knew, but I never really looked at them. I took my daughter to one once after we went to, when my daughter was like 14, I took her to, she always loved The Breakfast Club, that movie. So I took her to the, they had like the 30th or 40th, whatever anniversary it fucking was. Well, no, it couldn't have been. What could it have been? Maybe the 30th? I don't know. I took her to this anniversary. They had it at the Penn State York campus. And they had this thing, they played the movie and then Molly Ringwald came out and she talked to everybody and stuff. And, I got my daughter tickets. We went to that, me and her, for her birthday that year. And after we were right near a skate park. So we walked over and we were watching the kids skate. And so I was telling my daughter, she saw me. I showed her shit on the skateboard a lot, throughout her life. So I told her, they didn't have skate parks like this when I was a fucking kid. You either had a friend with a ramp or you just used the streets, obstacles, parking lots. You know what I mean? That's it. So, last night, I decided to look up some of these skate parks because there's even more. When I showed her, even that was like 2014, something like that. Now there's a ton more. They're all over Lancaster and York. And I was looking and I'm like, man, some of these skate parks have half pipes. They got bowls. They got all types of fucking crazy shit. I'm like, man, I would probably accidentally kill myself trying to do this shit again. But I was sitting there trying to figure out, I'm not going to embarrass myself in front of the kids, but I wonder if there's a time I could get to the skate park when nobody's there. You know what I mean? And I could try this fucking half pipe and I could just skate around these different obstacles, the rail slides, all this shit, the quarter pipes, and ultimately I came to the conclusion that probably not. I would probably go there, humiliate myself and get hurt in the process. But, even stuff like that, I get so excited like a kid. I'm like, man, I'm going to go fucking skateboard. Oh, shit. Let me see. Yeah, that's for sure war. Stuart, Tom is right. It's soft justice in UK. I was convicted of manslaughter, though I'll email FBS with full details of the case. I'm no murderer. I'm sure you're not. I'm curious though, because it sounds like you got 2 life sentences, but they do things differently. Like you said, it's not like America. I try, Miss Campione. I try to do my best, but I generally help people that I know, or people that have already proven their trust to me in some way. But I will go out of my way to help anybody. I will, but I'm careful with money, because I already know, if it's an amount that I can't afford to lose, I'm not loaning it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I already know there's a good chance I'm not getting it back. That doesn't mean I don't want it back. That just means that, unless you're like a close friend or something, whatever you need, I got you. But some people hit me up for money from time to time, and it's like, if it's reasonable, I'll help you. And if you don't pay me back, you didn't pay me back. It'll be an amount that I can live with. And I'll just separate myself from you. But I never let people take advantage of me. I don't. I help anybody I can. I help people in my family. Cam will tell you, Cam is good with money. He don't need my help. But when he first got diagnosed and he was trying a certain type of diet and stuff, I would go to the farm, and one time I went with him and I just paid a couple of $100 for the groceries. And then I would go from time to time. Me and Shannon would go, we'd pick him up the case of Mountain Valley water. It's like $40. It's the water in the glass bottles. He needed that. All types of berries and shit, fruits, a lot of organic shit, and I would help him with that. Anything I could do for anybody, I try to do, unless I know you're trying to take advantage of me, or if you have given me no reason to feel like you deserve my help. You know what I mean? But I think most people are like that. I mean, I like to think most people would help when they can. I don't know. I just know I've gotten a lot of help in my life. So I try to help people whenever I get the chance. And as far as charities and stuff, I always donate money. I believe in that strongly. And, certain ones, like Not One More, for example, very important. Their whole existence the whole purpose of their existence is to at least slow down the rate of these deaths from this fentanyl shit and just overdoses in general, so it's an important one. Make-A-Wish, certain foundations or charities, or certain charities, I'm sorry, you should donate to anytime you can. But like I said, I try to make up for my past, I guess. I've always been the type of person that likes to help people, but um, you know, I guess more so now because I have a lot of guilt, Yeah, they're the best. These were supposed to be the sunglasses. The only reason I got these, I ordered fucking sunglasses. I went to pick them up and they were these. And I was like, these are supposed to be sunglasses. But I tried them on. I was like, damn, I kind of like them like this though. She said, well, if you get the sunglasses now, if you, reorder and get the sunglasses, I'll give you, it was like 48% off. I was like, deal, done. Let's do it. It's all good, Stuart. You don't have to, bro. Maybe you can grab a hat real quick, bro. What does that mean? Maybe you can grab a hat real quick, bro. Does anybody know what he's talking about? I don't know. Yeah, I had this one kid, Todd, who had a pretty sick fucking quarter pipe in his driveway. And this kid couldn't do shit on it. I was doing like little shit, 180 airs, stuff like that. But I was shit wasn't quite as technical as it is now, There wasn't nearly as many tricks back then. But I love street skating. Rodney Mullen was like, and there's so many people that try to copy him to this day. But Rodney Mullen was a fucking pioneer. That dude is amazing. And he has a net worth now, I think, of like $30 million or something. Those guys are loaded. Tony Hawk was my actual hero. He's one I never got to meet. But I was a skater, boy. Absolutely. Oh, he was joking. Okay. Fucking Tom. I think my daughter's skateboard is in the garage somewhere still. Well, you should check what it is. How old is it? Because those motherfuckers are worth money. I had a Tony Hawk. I forget I don't know the name of the exact deck. It was the one with the hawk and it said hawk around it. Like it was how do I explain this? It was fluorescent pink. It was fucking sick. And it had the hawk real long down the center of the board and it said hawk around it. I had like fluorescent green fucking grip tape on that bitch. It was a sick fucking board. And I had this girlfriend, Wendy. She was older. This was in like 2010, 2011. No. Maybe a little. No, about that time. And she had a son who was into skateboarding. You know what I mean? So one day I got my skateboard from the basement. I put it in my car. I went over to her crib and I was showing her son how to do ollies and kick flips and all that shit. You know what I mean? And me being me, I'm like, you know what, kid, here. And I gave him the fucking board because he had some piece of shit. That fucking board right now is like $1,300 if you can find it. Trust me, I looked it up the other day. If you could find an original, about $1,300. Yeah. I guess that didn't cross my mind at the time, and the kid probably fucked the skateboard up and threw it away eventually, but it is what it is. FBS Stewart said it himself. It is soft justice. Look, you should not be out. I don't care what anyone says. Oh. I'm trying to go back through the comments and see what the conversation is to see if you're are you guys joking around or do you really think he should be locked up? Because you say you were joking here about the call probation thing. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let me see. Oh man, back then you go to Blockbuster and you could rent the skateboard movies. Phew, man, I used to love that shit. We call it a gift and not a loan. Yeah, you're better off that way sometimes. Just take it, you know. Did we really land on the moon? Yes, we did. I think Tom works for the probation office, FPS. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Stuart, by the way, if I realized who you were, I'd have kept my mouth shut by the time the ladies told me I was on a roll. Oh, okay. About him being Al Anastasia? Oh. Oh, shit. Let's all chill a bit in the chat, guys. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know. But anyway, what came first, the chicken or the egg? That's one for the ages, my friend. I don't know. I wish I knew. I do. I wish I knew that many other deep answers about life. Is that right, bro? Oh, man. Yeah, I had a bunch of shit, too. That I'm still trying to get a GT Pro Performer. Tony Hawk got skateboarding recognized by the Olympics, didn't he, at FPS? I'm not sure, to be honest. Can you explain quantum physics? No. I'm not nearly intelligent enough for that. Disrespectful, Junior. Anyway, we got off track a little bit with the addiction recovery stuff, or we got off track from the addiction and recovery stuff with other shit. Jesus Christ. All right, guys, I'm going to end this one. Listen, write these numbers down. National Addiction Hotline, Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Keep these numbers close by at all times. Go to nextdistro.org. Please get your free Narcan. You have no excuse not to. It's very simple. It takes 5 fucking minutes. You'll get 4 of them. Okay? So please, no, I know you are disrespectful, Junior. That's why I was going along with it. Tom, it's all good, bro. Okay, I'm glad you guys are okay. No doubt, bro. Yeah, get your Narcan, guys. I'm telling you, man. It can't hurt. There's nothing to lose, but you'll have it on you. You might be able to save a life, you know? And that's it, guys. Stay strong on your road to recovery. Have a good day, and I will see you guys in a couple of hours with a politics show where I really hope I get some donations. All right. I love you all, and until next time, salute.